Feels like it's been decades since we did an NFL video.
It's been a minute.
Especially with all the Alabama news going on. But we're going to jump right in. Raj is going to bring us in. 3, 2, 1.
NFL wildcard picks.
It's nice that you're still so cheery given what's already happened.
I know. I've got to remain optimistic for somehow, but I mean, obviously my season has come to an end.
Yeah, we text each other the picks for the weekend because we know we wouldn't get in there, so we both went with Houston and Miami.
Yeah,
I went with Miami to try and support you.
I appreciate that. I knew deep down inside you thought Kansas City was going to win. I get it, but you picked Miami. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, but I thought it'd be closer even with the weather.
Yeah,
I thought that would keep the scoring down. It's just and look forward. We already said it, and I hope whenever Mike reads, we haven't even asked him yet, but we will have a Dolphins roundtable for you guys out here somewhere. Do a live event. Me, Mike, Raj, and we'll discuss the Dolphins season and where they go from here. Man, big decision with Tua, but surprised by both scores, more so by the Houston score. That was
definitely surprised by the Houston score. I thought it was going to be maybe 31-21, something to that fact. Obviously, we picked the right team. But I think it was the third quarter is what just got out of hand for Cleveland. There was, 2 pick sixes in that quarter.
2 pick sixes on back-to-back possessions.
Back-to-back possessions. And after that, they just couldn't recover. I mean, they were in a deep hole. C.J. Stroud looked phenomenal again. Shout out to C.J. Stroud, Ohio State guy, but he played phenomenal. He's not even looking like a rookie quarterback. I mean, when you looked at the Houston Texans at the beginning of the season, a lot of people didn't pick them to win the division. Definitely didn't pick them to go to the playoffs.
I picked the Jaguars. I'll be totally honest.
Yeah. So. And when you look at Houston's roster, you say, okay, defensively, they're going to look good. We just don't know what they're going to do offensively because they don't have a lot of big name receivers on their team. They do have Dalton Schultz, who's a good tight end came from the Cowboys too, but nobody thought Nico Collins was going to have a breakout year. Nobody thought that. But
Tank Dell, I think before he got injured.
But C.J. Stroud is using all of his weapons to the best of his ability, and he's doing a phenomenal job at it. So, huge win for them. And you got to think that C.J. Stroud's going to be Offensive Player of the Year, right?
I think so.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think. Why'd you just say that? Because I already forgot the coach. I had it. D'Amico Ryans.
Coach of the Year.
He's going to get some Coach of the Year votes too as well.
And Will Anderson
did a great job.
Yeah, Will Anderson.
There were a lot of people that were asking if he was. Oh no, can't forget Will Anderson. That was the reason why I started rooting for the Texans this year because of the trade they made. So
okay,
I can go get my Lakers shirt out of there if you want.
I thought you threw that away already.
Oh no, it's a good jinx. So I'm gonna keep it
for a while. We don't even need to talk about the Lakers. It's just So
all right, so let's get to today's games. The game that would already be started by now hasn't.
Well, do we want to discuss any of the Miami Kansas City game, or I mean,
we're gonna do a roundtable. Okay, so we'll get more in depth into that loss and then what the season does. So people look for that. We'll try and set it up as a live event. So there's a little teaser for you. But I think we'll give the Miami KC and the Miami game a lot of love later on.
Awesome.
For sure. So the first game today now is actually Green Bay versus Dallas.
Yeah.
Where it was Buffalo and Pittsburgh.
Right.
And the weather got so bad that they moved that game to Monday.
And speaking of that, I know they're moving that game back to tomorrow, but are they going to have that much done within the next 24 hours? Like, isn't it? I didn't look at the Buffalo weather, but I can only assume it's going to continue to snow over the next day.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Monday seems like optimistic, but they're like, you don't have other times to fit it in. You know, what do you do? Wait till Wednesday or Thursday. If you play that game on Thursday, then a whole nother game is pushed back. Yeah. So it's like,
can you imagine all the Buffalo workers that are going to call out, probably saying, "Oh, I can't make it in because of the weather," but they're going to go to the game?
Basically, I mean, I think if you're Buffalo, you have to kind of accept that as something that might happen, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that seems only right. And also, like, they're out there looking for volunteers. Did you volunteer to go help? Shovel snow.
I saw what were they giving them, like free beer and a sandwich or something like that to kind of shovel snow or whatever? I don't know. I guarantee you some people did it even just to say that they did it, just to go out there to be around the field and do all that.
Okay, let's be honest. If we were here in Birmingham or Tuscaloosa and the University of Alabama promised us anything to go help the next game be played, we would be there.
Oh, yeah. Because I want tickets on the 50-yard line. You said anything, right? Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
All right, Green Bay and Dallas. So
Yep.
I want to pick Green Bay as a trendy, like upset pick. But
I
Dallas
think,
at home, I think this is,
yeah.
Coaching jobs on the line. Dak Prescott, you're almost worried about his legacy on the line. You got to think they take care of business at home.
I agree. I'm going to pick Dallas by 10. And to your point, I think a lot of people want to pick Green Bay simply because they want to see America's team, the Cowboys, lose a game and just throw it in their face. But it's a big opportunity for Jordan Love. I just don't know if he's ready for this type of stage yet. Because keep in mind, earlier in the season, we didn't even know if the Packers were going to make the playoffs. He started off good, had a really, really rough midseason, but then kind of finished strong. Kudos to Jordan Love for doing that. But I just don't think that their defenses and their secondary is going to be able to stop Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb today. I got the Cowboys by at least 10. Could get a little worse if things get bad, and then obviously I'm gonna take Dallas's defense to kind of put some pressure on Love too. So we're both going with Dallas in this one.
Yeah, Green Bay's done well this year, but I think, like I said, Dallas sees the Super Bowl in sight, and that was a question asked on the podcast: can they make the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
like I don't think they're beating San Francisco at San Francisco, and Detroit's going to be tough, but this is one of their best shots that they're going to get. So if
I think
break right,
I think there's a slim possibility the Cowboys can make the Super Bowl, but like you said, getting past San Francisco, that's just going to be tough, especially if San Francisco is fully healthy.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so that brings us to the night game. The reunion tour continues. Starts up. Yep, Stafford coming back to Detroit.
Yep.
Goff with something to prove. It's interesting that the line is only -3 in this one. Man, I'm taking Detroit, man. I hate to go all chalk, I guess, in this round, but I'm going Detroit. I think they win this game at home. Like I said, Goff, I hope he puts up good numbers. Detroit went to Dallas and played them tough, man. I thought that was a great game. I thought that was indicative of what Detroit's bringing to the table. So I think they win this one big. Rams are going to be feisty, but
I think this is going to be a close game, which is probably why the line is only Detroit by 3. It's going to be probably one of the more competitive games out of this week. It may be the most competitive and close game, but I got Detroit.
We got one more coming up that I think will be close, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't see. I forgot about those. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pick Detroit at home. I think this will be their first playoff win in like forever. Maybe
that's accurate, pretty much.
It's first.
You're trying to think of something in for like ever sounds about right, Raj.
So I'm going to go with Detroit too.
Yep.
I'm looking, and I'm really going to watch this one. I hope Jahmyr Gibbs has a pretty big game too.
Yep.
It seems like Detroit started to use him more and more as the season progressed, and it definitely paid off for him.
I think you'd have more like offensive rookie of the year votes if he had started the way he finished. But I think they're definitely utilizing him.
I agree.
And obviously, as Bama fans, if they can get J-Mo a little more involved, I'm very happy too as well. So all right, going on a Monday.
Yep.
The maybe be played. To me, probably the most boring of the first round games.
Probably so.
Pittsburgh,
which is why it's at 3:30. I mean, obviously the original time wasn't 3:30, but they're going to put it at 3:30. Some people will be at work. I don't think this is a game that people are really going to be eager to watch.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm going to pick Buffalo. I think their offense is just leaps and bounds ahead of Pittsburgh's offense right now. And again, shout out to Pittsburgh and Coach Tomlin just for making it to the playoffs. Yeah. So that was another successful season for him.
Agreed. Do you root against Buffalo based on how the season ended, or do you care?
If Pittsburgh wins, I'd be happy. I just don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to happen. And to be honest, I don't think Buffalo is going to get through Baltimore. So regardless of the outcome of this game, I don't know how far Buffalo is going to make it.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. After the way we performed last night, I don't care.
Yeah.
So
okay, I feel that. I do think Buffalo wins this one. Sorry, Pittsburgh. I just don't think you're generating enough offense to really. It's almost like you overachieved this season with the way the offense has been playing. But I think it ends here. Weather conditions might actually help because if the uglier the game is, the better chance Pittsburgh has. So they're probably hoping for wind gusts of up to 1,000 miles an hour. So. And then I guess that brings us to the close of the first round.
Yep. And I think this may have been the game you had been mentioning earlier as far as close games.
Yeah, but now it's like A.J. Brown is not playing and Baker Mayfield might not play. So one good thing about doing our picks so late is you actually get to see what's going on.
Exactly.
No Baker, I'm taking Philly. No A.J. Brown, I was like,
if Baker plays, I'm picking I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay in this one.
Right.
They're at home, and Philly does not. They haven't looked as strong as they did early in the season. They look banged up. I think Jalen Hurts is banged up. Obviously, AJ Brown's out. Offensively, I don't think they're going to be the same team without AJ Brown. They have Devontae Smith, but then they might be a little more pressure on him, knowing that he's going to be the number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Baker Mayfield. He's going to put it all on the line. I think Mike Evans has a huge game. And
so based on this pick at 7:10 on Monday night, when they announce Baker's not playing, how are you going to feel?
When they announce he's not playing,
yeah,
then I'll be screwed. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go with Philly. I don't even know who Tampa Bay's backup QB is,
or if they have one,
So yeah, if Baker doesn't play, I'm going to go with Philly. But as of right now, my pick is Tampa Bay because I have a feeling Baker will.
Kyle Trask,
the guy from Florida. Remember him? We played the Kyles in the SEC championship in 2020. So but I don't think he's ready for this type of stage yet. So
no.
Yeah.
No. And I think Gabbert might also be there too as well.
Okay.
So I'm taking Philly, man, just because that's what I'm going to root for.
Yeah.
They do play at times like a team that just wants the season to be over with.
Yep.
So that's like when I'm picking this, there's no confidence. And like you said, all the injuries and just they weren't playing well when everybody was healthy. So it's just kind of I'm gonna go with this and almost just hope for the best. You know what I mean? So I'm taking Philly, but would it surprise me to have Tampa Bay like up by 20 points going into the second half? I'd be like, well, this is just how the season has been. So we'll see.
Yep.
So, all right, Raj, quick NFL picks. Like I said, keep looking to our content. Thank y'all for tuning into the live events we had this past week. Yes. Look forward to our Dolphins roundtable coming up. And Raj, I know it's been a while. Can you do 2 in one show? I
think I can. I'm a little rusty, but I'm gonna wipe the dust off. I got you.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Spam boom bing. Spam boom bing. Spam boom bing. Outro music. That concludes the NFL wildcard selections.
Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll
Good
Tide.
job, Texans.